got our new powers. Can't wait to try them out. Thought we'd go and do another side quest, the Burn After Reading. It's Mortimer Goswick, the guy that tried to kill himself. Tried to hang himself, it looks like. He wants us to go and retrieve his crummy suicide letter or something so he won't be further embarrassed. So, let's do that. Treasure. Am I heading the right way? Guess when in doubt, use the map, huh? Yeah, just keep moseying down this way. Looks like maybe it's up there. Yeah. New hideout. Nice. That's the bench. What's here? Ammo. Oh, here's the note. Folded letter. My dear mother, when you find this letter, I'll be gone. I want you to know that I don't leave because of you. I leave this world because of the crushing weight that existence puts upon me. These times are too much for me. Sometimes I feel like Baudelaire's verses have been written as an echo from my own heart. When the low, heavy sky weighs like a lid upon the spirit aching for the light, and all the wide horizon's line is hid by a black day sadder than any night. It's as beautiful as it is painful, Mother. I can't suffer it anymore. I don't want you to try to convince me, and it would only delay the inevitable, for I would do it again if by any chance you managed to save me once. Farewell, your son Mortimer.
In this letter, Mortimer Goswick does nothing to hide his desire to die. I could give it to his mother, but doing so would betray his trust.
Guess that's a decision to make when I get there. First, let's see if there's any other goodies laying around. Okay, there's a bed. There's stuff.
It's locked.
More goodies there. And that's the door I came in. Is there stuff downstairs? No, it's just a mess. Okay, so I have a new hideout as well. That's awesome. Now I gotta bring the letter back and decide who to give it to. Is there bad things down here? Besides me? No, it doesn't look it. Just, oh yeah, there is one. I wanna go test my new ability.
Stay on, see them fancy clothes?
Well, that was fun. That's a damn get out of jail messy card. Which way is... look at the map. Well, we can just loop around. Let's take the loop. Nothing else, maybe we'll run into more idiots. Why, of course there are some more idiots.
Over there! There's one of them! Spy! Burning!
God, you guys are like cannon fodder. Well, except for the armored ones, but... Okay, and I'm heading the right way. Yep, heading on back up. Pick up some treasure along the way. Interesting looking area. Not where we're headed though.
A leech! A leech!
Surprise!
He's dead!
I am very happy with my new powers. I haven't even had to use the shield, the exploding shield ability yet. Save that for bosses, or when I got some more than 2 or 3 and don't want to use my explosion.
Die, vermin!
Oh, he did quite a bit of damage. Bad meanies. Is there anything else down here? Yes, there is. I feel I may have gone too far. Where am I? Oh, good God, yes. Took a wrong turn at Albuquerque. Treasure. Was having too much fun slaughtering the minions. I'm thinking I'm gonna give the letter to the mom. He wrote it to her after all, and if it embarrasses him, well, maybe he'll think twice about hanging himself again. Or not, who knows? I came in the wrong door. This was an easy quest compared to the other side quest we just did for the dearly departed lady that thought she was a vampire. Yeah, now I remember where they are. They're in this next room over. Excuse me. I'm gonna give it to his mom.
Good evening, Doctor. How is my son doing?
Yes.
Your son asked me to find this letter, Mrs. Goswick. However, I thought it would be preferable to give it to you.
I already know what I'm going to read. Mortimer, why are you acting in this way? I have done everything I can to help you, but it's not enough.
We will talk about this letter later. I understand that you need some privacy.
Before you leave, take this for your trouble. Thanks to you, my son still has a future. Perhaps.
100 shillings. Nice. Let's see if any new things have come up. Not there. Oh, whoa.
I have read your son's suicide note. It was not an impulsive gesture, nor was it his first attempt.
He threatened to kill himself a few times before. But I never thought he would dare to punish me this much.
Punish you? Why?
I've known for a long time he was not happy with his life. But I always hoped he cared enough to avoid making me suffer like this.
Mortimer is extremely vague as to his motivations for committing suicide. Tell me more about what you know.
As you say, Mortimer had no reason to die. All he said to me was that he wanted to make the world a better place, but couldn't.
Why did your son feel so useless when facing the world?
I think it was more that he could only see the melancholy facets of life. He couldn't help but dwell on such things.
What do you think he meant by making the world a better place?
Mortimer has always been a sensitive soul. He wouldn't talk to anyone for months after his father passed. It's like he carries everyone's sadness with him.
Do you realize your son could try to kill himself again? He might succeed next time.
I think about it every minute. But I won't stop fighting for my son's future. That's how much I love him.
You're right. Your son's death was not fatal. And unlike many on their own, he is lucky to have you by his side.
I can't give up on him. I just can't. I have conceded many times in my life, but giving up on my son is something I am incapable of.
Let's check her hint level now. Oh, we got all of her hints. She's worth 4,000, and you need mez for it. We're only mez 2, so no nibbling on the misses. Not that I'm dying to at the moment. I wonder where this guy is that we saved. I wonder where he's hanging out, because I do have a treatment for headache. I don't know how to make them yet, but I found one. Okay, that's all the stuff.
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick.
So we made 100 shillings and got some more XP. Not a ton, but let's see if he has anything new to say.
Good evening, Doctor.
God damn
How's
it.
my son doing?
Wrong one.
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick.
Stop moving around, lady.
This hospital seems to be falling apart. But in the
Good evening,
circumstances,
Mr. Goswick.
I'm willing to give you the...
How are you?
I'm okay.
I've read your letter, Mortimer. You wrote about an unbearable feeling of despair while the world crumbles around you. Tell me more about it.
There's nothing more to say, really. It's hurtful, it's unbearable, and I don't ask anyone to understand what I feel.
Despair is a deadly poison I've tasted myself, sir. We're only tempted to drink it because we're terrified by the uncertainty of the next minute.
I know that perfectly, Doctor. For I waited for so long, hoping that the next minute would be less unbearable.
Your mother won't let you down, Mortimer. Don't you share her hope for a better future?
No. I don't.
Won't you even try?
Do you want me to promise you I'll get better? Do you want me to tell her the same thing? I could, but it would not change anything.
Okay, looks like he's finished. Let's check his, okay, there's one more hint. Maybe I'll find it somewhere else. I could eat him, but I don't want to right now.
How painful is your throat, Mr. Goswick?
So painful I'd rather not talk at all, Doctor.
Alright, see ya.
I have to go now, sir. But don't hesitate to contact me if you need any help.
Don't waste your time with me.
Okay, so let's go out the front of the hospital a second. I want to look one more time for that guy we rescued, because it says he's part of this area. Let me get out here and do a scan. It's Dr. Tippett's. But someone down below? Unknown? Oh, there's Oswald.
But no less dangerous.
Hello again, Mr. Thatcher. Do you feel any better now?
Yes, this neighborhood may stink of dog shit and reek of piss, but to me it smells like the purest mountain air.
Mr. Thatcher, do you have a job?
No. Since I came back from the war, I spent most of my time and energy just trying to forget.
I understand what you mean. I was a soldier too.
No. Nobody can truly understand what I've gone through.
Why were you locked in that sewer? What happened?
I went by the canal after an argument with a friend. Got chased by these fucking wankers and had to barricade myself in, despite my claustrophobia.
Tell me about your claustrophobia. Has anyone given you an official diagnosis?
That's what the bloody doctor said. But I don't want to go to a hospital to get checked again. I'll deal with it my own way.
Why did you run? What was the reason for your argument?
Newton wanted me to go to a hospital, but I can't stand being closed in. Makes me feel like I'm suffocating.
Oh no! I didn't mean to press that button. I think I can release. Oh god, please let me release. Okay. Whew. Let's try and talk to him again. I was trying to do the health checkup thing.
Good evening.
Evening, Dr. Reed.
Do you need medical attention?
Don't get me wrong, sir. I'm grateful for what you've done, but I've never felt comfortable with doctors.
I'm certain you have your reasons. But let me assure you, I'm not like other doctors you may have consulted with.
It is true. You risked your life to save me, after all. It would be impolite to refuse your counsel.
Okay. Okay, he's healing now. Cool.
Oswald, why did you not go to the Pembroke Hospital to seek medical help?
I don't trust doctors. All they care about was their careers and processes. I won't be locked in any room again by anyone.
Your fear of being trapped is not going to go away by itself. You need professional help.
I've seen enough butchers in white coats to last a lifetime. Hospitals reek of chemicals and death. What I need is fresh air.
Why were you locked in that sewer?
Oh, I already asked this.
I went by
Sorry.
the canal after an argument with a friend. Got chased by these fucking wankers and had to barricade
wankers.
myself in, despite my claustrophobia.
Yep. Okay, now personal questions.
Do you want to talk about why you have this fear of being enclosed, Mr. Thatcher?
No, I really don't.
An irrational fear like yours is usually rooted in a specific event. Perhaps it would help to talk about it.
Well, Doctor, take a guess then, if you're so interested in my case.
When I rescued you, you expressed joy at seeing the sky again. So I'm inclined to believe you were trapped or buried somehow. Maybe during a shelling.
Jeez, you're good, Doc. You're really good.
Go on, please.
It's either that or
Tell me
lupus.
more about it.
Newton and I were trapped in a circulation tunnel after an artillery attack. We were buried alive for several days without ever knowing if we'd be found.
Oswald, tell me about what happened when you were buried in that tunnel with Newton.
It was more than dark. It was black as pitch. Hours seemed like days, days like months. Oh, the terror, the shameful thoughts. Lord have mercy.
What you endured was terrifying. It would have completely destroyed weaker men.
It did not destroy Newton.
Shameful thoughts. Tell me about them.
At some point, I don't remember which day, when I thought we'd never be rescued, that this would be our end, I thought about...
Say it, Mr. Thatcher. If you ever want to heal, you have to say it.
I thought about what I could do to survive, just for a few more days. I thought about killing Newton. Killing and eating him. The man I fucking love.
Tell me about your true feelings for Newton.
I love him. I'm not ashamed to say it. He's the best thing that ever happened to me. I can't imagine life without him.
Why should you be ashamed?
I'm not, I said. But Newton sees it differently.
I admire your honesty. It takes courage to stand up to society. The world needs people like you to create change.
Courage is what we needed in the trenches, looking death in the face every day. I speak plain. I speak my mind.
Have you always been this straightforward?
All I know is, before you saved me by the sewer, my only regret was I wouldn't be able to hold or kiss Newton again. I love him, that's all.
Oh. Did we get all his hints? Oh no, there's one more, it looks like. Oh, we got all his point hints, it looks like. That's weird. I could eat him, but I don't want to. He seems like a nice guy that's gone through a lot of shit. And that must be Newton that we saw around the corner that was unidentified. Anything new there? No. Okay.
Goodbye, Mr. Thatcher. Try to take care of yourself.
There he is. Is he healthy? Hard to say.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed of the Pembroke Hospital. May I be of assistance?
Dr. Reed. So it's you who saved my friend Oswald. It's a pleasure to meet you, sir.
And you are?
Newton Blight. Oswald and I recently returned from the war.
Why do you stay here now that Mr. Thatcher's back?
It's complicated. Since the war, Oswald's been really nervous with the idea of entering any hospital. And me, I've got my own issues.
Can you speak about them?
Rats, sir. Even seeing one, they turn me. Just want to run. It's that fear that stopped me from going after Oswald when he left.
What can you tell me about the war, Mr. Blight? If you want to speak about it, of course.
War was... well, you know, sir. The stench of death everywhere. Your mates lying bleeding in the mud. Just praying to make it through and get home. Bloody nightmare.
Did you know Oswald Thatcher before the war?
No. We met in the battlefield. I think we're in the same boat to France. We've stuck together ever since.
I fought in France, too. I served as a field surgeon, but it was not uncommon to repel an assault, especially at night.
Yeah. The first time I was wounded, I had to protect the infirmary from hostiles. Twice.
You are always welcome at the Pembroke Hospital. As a former officer, I'll be honored to welcome a fellow veteran.
I'm not giving up on bringing Oswald back to the hospital. I just need to convince him that he needs some help.
Perhaps he needs to reach that decision by himself.
Could you speak to him? He doesn't usually listen to doctors, but perhaps because you've been through it, you can talk him round.
Opened up 3.
You and Oswald were buried alive during the war. Tell me about it.
Yeah. It was last summer. A shell hit our trench and we were buried for a week.
Oswald seemed far more traumatized than you by the event.
It wasn't the first time it happened to me. Surviving it again gave me strength. You believe that?
How did you survive for a week?
Luckily for us, there were rations and water in the tunnel. It was an outpost, see? Since then, Oswald's not keen on being inside for too long.
Understandable. Phobia of rat.
What caused your phobia of rats, Newton?
It
Mickey
happened
Mouse.
last year following an artillery attack. I was trapped for 2 days in a hole under 2 dead soldiers. And there were rats.
Go on.
They started eating me as soon as I dozed. Gnawing at my ears, my fingers, lips.
Ugh.
Couldn't move. Couldn't call for help.
I see.
No, you don't. You have no idea what it is to wake up buried under bodies.
Well,
Fucking
actually,
vermin eating your flesh. Oswald. He found me and saved me.
How do you feel about Oswald Thatcher? You are more than friends, aren't you?
I love him. I love Oswald. We knew we wouldn't survive the war without each other. But I am terrified, Doctor.
What frightens you so much?
What if people find out? Oswald says I'm ashamed, but it ain't that. It's more, well... you know... I never thought I'd love a man.
Enjoy your love. And enjoy life as long as you can, Mr. Blight. Don't let anyone tell you who you should love or how you should love them.
I appreciate your kind words, sir. But it ain't that easy. It's all so new to me.
Okay, looks like everything. Let's check him out. Oh, okay, cool. We got all of his. He's a level 3 worth 3,000, but yeah, I don't think I want to break these guys up. Nice.
Goodbye, Mr. Blight. Take care of yourself.
Let's go see if we needed to... Because he was like, tell him to go to the hospital. So let's see if any other conversation stuff opened up.
Good evening.
Evening, Dr. Reed.
No, it's not about the hospital. But anyway.
Newton is conflicted about his feelings towards you. Would you like to talk about it, Oswald?
It makes me sad and angry. It feels like the beautiful thing we have is somehow tainted. It hurts to see him so lost.
His love for you is genuine. I'm certain he wasn't lying to me when he expressed his feelings for you.
Newton still has to accept it, knowing he'll be seen as a queer, a fairy, less than a man in those simple-minded bigots' eyes. Though he's more of a man than they'll ever be, so fuck them all.
Fair enough. Okay. Yeah. Nothing about sending them to the hospital, but we healed them, so
Goodbye,
I guess they're
Mr.
hanging out in the area.
Try to take care of yourself.
Where'd Buddy go?
This city is more peaceful without the bombs, but no less dangerous.
Alright. Oh, here's Buddy. He's up here now. Okay, so we're gonna go explore Whitechapel. Not to mention, I think when we installed Dorothy Crane there is the nurse in that area. We forgot to check and see what she had for sale, because he probably has some recipes, which I could buy. And I'm literally heading the wrong way. Damn it. A little sprinting. Okay, is this it? No. Sheesh. Almost to the bridge. And I'm pretty sure this is the bridge. Yep. Okay, so we want to go around in here. I think this is where Dorothy was. And this is just some other merchant. So, anyway. Let's tread through here. Be interesting to see if some of the mobs repopped, since we did sleep when we got our points. When we spent our points, I mean. Anybody up there? Doesn't look like it. No. Oh, I hear people. Hey guys, I've got a new trick. Where the hell are they hiding? Up here? Nope. However, it's a house. Have I been in here? Yeah, I have been in here. I raided this place. Alright. Where's the mouthpiece? Is he up there? Weird. Okay, so is this the way we want to go? Yes. Oh well, if we run up on any, I guess we'll just kill what we find. Okay, which way do we go here? Let's just keep going down straight to this first merchant, and then we'll cut over and see the other one. So it's this way. What's this? Maybe I can pass over the locked gate?
I cannot enter.
Well, shit.
It's locked, all right.
Guess we're gonna have to go the other way. That's some annoying shit there. Let's see, will this take us there? Yep. So we'll take a right, bear around. I gotta get that other gate opened. What's up here? Anything? Ooh. Nice. That was worthwhile. Okay, where are we? I'm gonna go this way. Because I want to get to that gate. Yeah, let's take a right here. Is this the right way? Yes. We do need to get that gate unlocked. It'll make traveling at later points much easier. That's not the gate. People. Hell are we? Okay, this is the way. There's the gate. Hopefully I can unlock it from this side. Nice. Okay. So, we're in Whitechapel now.
I'm clean.
Okay, well, first off, who the hell are you?
Don't be shy, handsome. What can Christina do for you?
I'm not looking for what you're selling. But I'd like to ask you a few questions, if I may. I'm a doctor. Dr. Reed.
All right then, but be quick. Though I usually get paid when I open my mouth.
Uh-huh.
Christina, have you been examined? The epidemic is spreading fast in London, and you could be exposed. Or expose others.
I don't like doctors or hospitals, but I don't like you asking questions.
Considering your line of work, I assure you it is only a matter of time before you have health issues.
If it is going to happen, it will happen. Right now, I need money. That's what's important.
You can put your own life in danger, that's your decision. But what about your clients? If you're contaminated, you will put them in danger too.
And you think that would worry me? If you knew the men I deal with, their health would not be what you'd worry about.
Clayton Darby claims he will expose the crisis in Whitechapel to all of London. Do you believe him?
I believe Clayton's courage will erode with time, until he finally leaves Whitechapel to start another fight somewhere else.
Why this skepticism?
How can you speak about starvation if you've never been hungry? Or about poverty? Or anything else you have never suffered from?
Are you talking from experience?
I've seen your type come here to get a good fuck in a cheap room or a dark alley before going back to their fancy houses in the West End.
Oops.
Tell me about yourself.
Are you joking with me? People don't usually come to see me for conversation.
I have no interest in your work. I am, however, curious as to what led you into this career.
Short story. The war, exile, and England. This country is not especially welcoming. I've been refused many jobs because of where I am from. I had few options left.
I always thought I was the master of my own fate. But now I know we don't always have control over our lives. I don't judge you.
You know, this money is not only for me. I have good reasons to need this money quickly. But it is not your concern, Doctor.
Let's see. Oh, she has fatigue. I think I have the medicine to cure that.
Do you need any assistance, Miss Popper?
It depends on the price of your medicine.
I am shocked that you would think I am that sort of man.
Forgive my suspicion. I'm so used to liars with good manners. Thank you, sir.
What do you know about Nurse Crane and her dispensary?
That woman is a saint. She's living proof that a strong will is sometimes all you need to make a difference.
Alright. So we healed another person for now and got one of her hints. She's a level 4. Okay. Covered a few more people.
Goodbye, miss. Take care of yourself as best you can.
Now, where were we? Have I talked to this clown yet? No, I haven't. However, how close am I to the merchant? Right behind me? I want to find the merchant first, because there's no way to miss that dude on the steps there. You're not a merchant. Oh, it's that guy over there. Let's double check his goods.
Fancy buying something, sir?
You never lose your focus, do you?
Let's see if there's any new. Nope. And nope. Okay, trade.
Right then. Show me what you have.
Show me what you got. I think I can use those for one of my things. Tiny good handle parts. Let's go look real quick. No, that's regular good handle parts for that one. It's probably... Oh, maybe it's the steak. Yeah, we need 3. He has, what was it, 2? Well, okay, we know where he lives. Let's wait till we found another one. We haven't talked to this guy yet.
Excuse me, sir. I have a few questions for you.
Another journalist? I didn't answer the first one, so piss off!
I'm not a journalist, I'm a doctor.
A doctor, you say? It's quite a rare breed in this part of town.
Really? But still, here I am. Dr. Jonathan Reed, at your service.
I'm Joe Peterson to some, but Colossus Joe to most. And I don't remember asking for your service, sir.
Oh, he's a charmer.
How did you become the local bully everyone is afraid of, Joe?
There's no pride in roughing up poor bastards. But this is the only job I've found. And it pays well, too.
A job? So you're racketeering for someone else?
I got enlisted by the Wet Boot Boys, a gang from the docks. I'm their muscle for their dirty work.
Let's butter him up.
You survive at any cost, even at the expense of others. Perhaps that's just the law of nature.
I don't care what you think, sir. I do what I have to do for my own reasons, and that's that.
I'm not sure Mr. Lewis would agree with your by all means necessary philosophy, sir.
Oh, do you really think he's the poor victim here? Barrett can be as sneaky as anyone. Long ago, I even called the bastard my best friend.
May I ask what you do around here?
I do whatever I want, and sometimes even more. Now sod off.
According to you, physicians are scarce in this part of town. Why is that?
Not familiar with this neighborhood, are you? I guess your fancy colleagues are too afraid of being stabbed in the back.
This part of town does have quite a reputation. Would you say it's justified?
Totally. Look at me, for instance. I always look my opponent in the eye before knocking him out.
Okay.
Have you recent news of Nurse Crane and her dispensary?
She's doing good work. I saw her yesterday and told her she could call on me if she ever felt threatened. Do you know what I mean?
Goodbye, Mr. Peterson.
It looks like he gave me a hint for a conversation thing on this guy.
Fancy buying something, sir?
You never lose your focus, do you? Joe Peterson. He's the villain here, isn't he? But you seem to know each other.
I'd known Joe for years. I saw him box once or twice. He was a friend then. But these days, he's just another thug.
What can you tell me about Mr. Peterson? Besides his behavior toward you, obviously.
Colossus Joe was a decent boxer, good one even. But after his wife passed away, he found every excuse to stop training. Just wanted to pick fights with everyone.
Without making excuses for him, it's safe to say that despair can poison even the sanest mind.
We've all had some rough times, ain't we? But most of us don't use our fists to see us through.
And no one has ever stood up to this thug.
Nobody would be fool enough to stand against a wet boot boy.
Okay.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Lewis.
That's what I forgot to look at. He's healthy. Where'd Jerk-Off Joe go? Christina Popa, I already talked to her. There's a priest. Where am I missing? Oh. Someone's upstairs here.
Hello, young man. I'm Dr. Reed, and I would like to ask you a few questions. May I enter, please?
Sorry, no, sir. My father does not like people entering our house, you see.
Your father is worried about you, boy. He asked me to look for you.
So my father actually worries about me then? Okay then. Come on in. I'm Harry, by the way. Even my dreams are soaked with glue.
Pardon me while I loot everything first. Kid, you're in my way.
Is there only pain and suffering in this world?
Pretty much. Let's look upstairs. Locked. There's some shillings. Take that. Ooh. It's not what I wanted. Oh well. Hope that wasn't important because it just disappeared on me. Job refusal letter. Dear Mr. Peterson, it is my duty to inform you of our refusal to accept your application for a job at the dockyard. I must thank you for the time spent at our office explaining the difficulty of your situation with your ill boy and the loss of your beloved wife. But it is also my duty to point out the policy of our company which especially reproves the employment of former criminals or convicts. Your unfortunate connections with the ill-famed wet boot boys have been duly noted. These are hard times, sir, and Finch and Harper intend to reward first the candidates who pass the small inquiry we like to conduct about our future employees. You have my deepest sympathy, and may God be with you and your family. Sincerely, R.D. Harper. Okay, where's that other one? It was something about like a job listing for vampire hunters. No, guess not. Do I have All I've got left is bronchitis and cold. Okay, now I know. Let's go back down and talk to the kid now.
So, may I ask you a few questions?
I'm not bothered. What could be worse?
It's like talking to Morrissey.
How do you feel?
I'm fine. I mean, it's not easy every day, but I'm fine. I'm just tired of being sick all the time.
Hear, hear.
Only I could be tough, like... Well, you know.
Speaking of which, what can you tell me about your father?
My father is an idiot who makes idiot things. That's all I have to say.
Forgive my bluntness, young man, but you don't seem happy living in Whitechapel.
Why should I? I never wanted to come here in the first place. It was my father's decision. And look around you. Does this look like a nice place to live?
This place is awful, I agree. But does that not mean your situation can only improve?
That's exactly what my father says. Harry, you should be grateful for what you've got. But I wasn't even consulted when we moved here.
If life here is so terrible for you, why don't you just leave this place? Have you ever spoken to your father about it?
I don't go outside. It terrifies me so. I went outside once without my father noticing and I saw terrible things. Bloody and frightening things.
So that's why you stay at home all day? For fear of the epidemic?
I'm not afraid of disease or death, Dr. Reed. It's the living I'm afraid of.
Okie dokie.
Your father and Mr. Lewis used to be good friends. What happened, Harry?
I was young then. I don't remember Mr. Lewis ever coming back again after my mother died. Or was it after my father started bullying him? I don't know.
Have you tried speaking to Mr. Lewis about it?
I don't go out often, but yes. And he scolded me and told me to leave him alone. I guess my father frightens him too much.
But you are not responsible for your father's actions.
Am I not? Dad always says that he joined that gang for my safety. So if I wasn't born, people wouldn't be worrying about Colossus Joe.
Would it ease tensions with your father if he got an honest job? Because he tried, you know.
Can't say. I'd be glad if he dropped his thuggish activities. But I'm not sure it would be enough.
Why is that?
Sometimes I suspect it's me, Dr. Reed. Or it's this life. It's like I can't find my place.
Have you any recent news of Nurse Crane and her dispensary?
I don't believe in miracles. But it seems the epidemic has been kept at bay for a few days.
Goodbye, young man. Take care of yourself.
Is there only pain and suffering in this world?
Yes. Where'd your father go? Ooh. Oh, there he is. It is him. Hey, dick.
You again? What do you want this time?
Wanted to check your health. Huh, okay, never mind. I thought he had something. Richard Nethercott. Oh, that's the poet. Okay, he has a cold. I have one of those remedies. And Darius Petrescu has bronchitis. Fatigue. Unknown. Alright. I did open up some more stuff.
Why do you keep on working for the gang, Joe? You know it doesn't suit you.
It's true, I hate this job. And I know I made some bad choices, but I'm a wet boot boy now. And people won't forget it.
You could leave tomorrow. Start another life in another town.
That's easy for you to say, Doctor. We are poor. My son's weak, and there's no way he'll endure another disappointment.
Harry doesn't seem happy living in Whitechapel. Why did you make him come here?
I've always put my son's interests above everything else, whatever he may think. Our house is small but affordable. The walls are thin, but the door is solid.
You really love your son, don't you, Mr. Peterson?
He's my pride and joy. Even if he hates me for the choices I make and pushes me buttons more than he should.
Do you have any regrets?
Only one. Not to have my beloved wife by my side. She died when Harry was little. My sweet Jane. She gave the boy confidence.
Since the criminal nature of your job means you could be arrested, are you not afraid of what would happen to your boy if you were?
No one will ever take my son away from me. If that ever occurred, I'd hunt the bastard down and rip off his head with my bare hands.
Okay. Anything new there? No, we got those. No, we got those. Alright, and you're healthy.
Goodbye, Mr. Peterson.
Goodbye, Mr. Peterson. Okay, before we head over to the other place, let's first go find the poet and give him some medicine. How do I get around the side of the church? Who's that? That's Clayton Darby. I might have another.
Good evening, Doctor. Can I help you?
Let's see if he has any new... Yep, there we go.
Christina Popper claims she sells her body because she can't find any other work. Do you believe her?
Of course I do. Her story is exactly what I want my readers to understand. We live in an intolerant and divided nation.
Do you think things will ever change, Mr. Darby?
I believe the situation can only improve. And now that women can vote, I'm convinced things will change.
You healthy? Yep, you're healthy.
Goodbye, Mr. Darby. Farewell.
Okay, now to find that poet. Darn it. That's not the way. This is a gate that is, of course, locked. Can I drop down there? No, doesn't look that way. Yeah, there he is. However, treasure. Okay, now we'll talk to him.
Good evening, Mr. Nethercott.
And good evening to you too, my good sir. Can I be of any help?
Let's see if you have any new hints. Oh yes, the mute florist.
Did you know the mute florist is a member of a secret society?
No, I didn't. But I thank you for this information, sir. For it only enriches the mystery surrounding the precious camellia.
Are you not curious? Is there not more you wish to know?
That girl has not an ounce of malice in her. Whatever she may be hiding, it's certain to be for the benefit of most, if not all.
Well,
I fear you are a hopeless romantic, Mr. Nethercott.
Guilty as charged, Dr. Reed.
Do you need medical attention, sir?
It may be wise to let you prescribe me something. I don't feel like I should.
I understand your appetite for words and macabre beauty, sir. But you should be more careful.
The nutrition of my mind is more important than my physical health. But I appreciate your concern, sir.
okay, I think that's all. Oh, yeah, no, we already talked to them about that.
I'll leave you alone, sir.
There's another gate. Okay, let's go around, talk to the... looked like a priest on the steps, and then we'll go down to Dorothy Nurse Crane. What am I hearing? Hey. That was a mess. And another gate. There's the priest. What's this? Urn or a spittoon? One of the two. Can't go in the church. Sup, Padre?
Forgive my interruption.
Do not apologize, my son. Father Tobias Whitaker is always happy to teach mortals about the incoming Armageddon.
I am Dr. Jonathan Reed, and I just have a few questions.
A scientist? You are much more lost than I thought, my son.
What do you mean when you say that I am more lost than you thought?
All scientists are entangled in a world of causes and consequences, and most of them can't see the plain truth.
Quite a judgmental opinion, if you ask me. But what do I know? Blinded by science as I am.
But you are seeking answers, aren't you? Answers about the Armageddon about to strike the city. Answers about the hidden truth.
Well, I suppose I can spare a few minutes listening to your so-called truth.
As a doctor, you must be aware of the decimating epidemic. But let me tell you that this so-called Spanish flu is just the beginning of the end.
What do you mean?
The beast is finally revealing itself, corrupting the flesh and the heart of men. With my own eyes I have seen them, those minions from the abyss.
Really? And what would be your answer to this biblical threat?
We must fight the disease before this legion outnumbers us. But not with scalpels and microscopes. No.
What is left then?
Cleansing fire.
Tell me, Tobias, what exactly is your plan concerning the cleansing of this city?
God will recognize his own. More than once this city has risen from the ashes, hardened and purified by the flames.
Purification by fire has proved useful, but where do you stop? Burn the clothes? The buildings? The corpses? Worse?
Your lack of faith is predictable. But my task is to convince rational minds like yours to see the light. This is God's will.
You're mad and dangerous. You're nothing but a soulless butcher. A small-time Torquemada. The Savonarola of Whitechapel.
My son, if you think salvation is a free gift, go listen to the lies of that pompous fool, Joseph.
Joseph, a fool?
Vicar Larrabee of St. Mary's Church. While he continues preaching his fraudulent redemption, more and more people die in the streets.
What do you mean when you say that I am more lost than you thought?
All scientists are entangled in a world of causes and consequences, and most of them can't see the plain truth.
Quite a judgmental opinion, if you ask me. But what do I know? Blinded by science as I am.
But you are seeking answers, aren't you? Answers about the Armageddon about to strike the city. Answers about the hidden truth.
I am. But the answers I seek are based on facts, not superstition. Have you any friends? Any family left in these terrible times?
No. But I have a disciple I see as my son. He is so devoted. I sent him to preach the good word in the heart of this corrupted city.
Where did you send him?
I sent Samuel to the Stonebridge Cemetery, where the pestilence and evil grows night after night.
You sent him on some preaching crusade during the epidemic.
As a true believer, Samuel will fear no evil while he walks through the valley of the shadow of death.
Have you recent news of Nurse Crane and her dispensary?
That woman is as depraved as Jezebel, and she deserves the same fate.
Really? Why is that?
This woman runs no medical facility, but a temple to the false prophets of science and debauchery. And she has many accomplices, I heard.
Well, let's see. Level 5, rats. I would have eaten you right now, because you just seem like an asshole. But he'll be tasty when we finally get level 5 mesmerism. If we get level 5 mesmerism. See you later, dickhead.
I have heard enough for tonight. Goodbye.
Okay. We shall head to the church. Or not the church, the other. Okay, down the street, take a right, then a left. Down the street. What's that down there? Is it an enemy or another person? Could be a new person. It is a new person. Come here, dick.
What? Shooting a boy in the middle of the street. Not the best thing to do, wouldn't you say?
What? You saw what happened?
Actually, I didn't.
Who are you?
I'm Dr. Reed, and I'd like to ask you a few questions, if you promise me to set your gun aside.
No. Look, I'm not a violent man. I'm Benjamin Palmer, doctor. And no one can help me. Not even you.
Let's see if you're sick. Migraine. Don't have anything for it. Suck it up.
What can you tell me about this place?
Nothing to say, really. This is where I used to live, and this is where I live now.
You don't have anywhere to go? No family that would welcome you?
Not since the death of my wife, Albert's mother. She was sick, you see. Long before the flu and all this shit.
You mean you used to have a better life?
Yeah, I had a wife, a home, and a job. I even used to have a name. Now I'm just Ben. Ben the Tramp.
Perhaps you could focus for a moment and tell me your troubles.
I'm sick, broke, and my son just stole my pills. Everything's coming up roses.
Whatever the boy did, I'm sure he didn't deserve a public execution.
I swear I didn't want to hit him. It's just that I'm sick in the head, you see, and the boy just frayed me last nerve.
I have found a very interesting letter. Your son planned to prove his worth to the gang by stealing your medicine.
Oh, I see. So the little bugger thought he could use his dad to build a reputation.
The gang's recruiter was dead when I found him. Perhaps you should take better care of your son.
I love my Albert, sir. Believe me. It's just... well, I'm an arsehole, I suppose. Anyway, thanks for the letter. This is for your trouble.
Have you any news of Nurse Crane and her dispensary?
I visited her dispensary recently. If I'd heard about it sooner, it would have made life easier.
A gun, alcohol, and a bad temper make a terrible cocktail, sir. Goodbye for now.
Anybody else around here?
As long as you have the money.
Another merchant. Oh, it's not the one I was looking for. Cool.
Good evening, miss.
Good evening, sir. Are you interested in a miraculous cure for this unknown and deadly epidemic?
Actually, I am.
Then you have come to the right place. The famous Swanborough cordial is all you need to help keep you in perfect health.
Oh, really? Why didn't I hear about it during my studies? I'm Jonathan Reed, by the way. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Ah, my brother has spoken of your research, sir. I'm Loretta Swanborough, and it's always a pleasure to meet a fellow healer.
She's not sick.
Tell me, who intrigues you most in Whitechapel?
The region itself is something to see, but I would say Camellia the mute florist who gives away her flowers.
What do you think of the locals?
Most of them are afraid or desperate. They all come to me eventually for my remedy.
Is there anyone I should avoid?
Cadogan Bates, without a doubt. The bloody bastard remorselessly exploits poor migrants as soon as they get here.
Haven't seen him yet.
Have you any news on Nurse Crane and her dispensary?
I can't believe that people are naive enough to trust her medicine. She's just a shady nurse with good connections.
I'd like to see what kind of medicine you're selling.
Yeah, nothing specific. When did I get a used truncheon? What does it upgrade to? 35 stun. Oh yeah, that one's crap. Let's sell it. Huzzah! And yeah, I don't need any of the stuff that I know of. Okay, so now, which way is it? Is it this way? No.
I cannot enter.
I'm pretty sure I unlocked that earlier. Whatever. Take the scenic route. Oh, that's right. I wanted to meet Petrescu anyway, because I've got a bronchitis cure for him.
Hello, Mr. Petrescu.
Hello, Dr. Reed. Come on in.
Thanks, bub. There's something flashing back here. Money. Okay, where'd he go? There you are. Whoops, wait a minute. Nice. Nice. Over there. Nope, nope, nope. Alright. Let's talk to you.
If you want to talk to Dorothea, you must go across the courtyard and take the stairs.
We've not been formally introduced. May I ask your name and occupation, sir?
I am Darius Petrescu. I'm here to keep snitches and spies away from Dorothea. And I also run this little print shop.
Do you need some help, Mr. Petrescu?
I am very tired, but that is all. I don't need you, Doctor.
Well, I think you do. Take this, and you'll feel better.
Free drugs from an English doctor? It must be my lucky day.
So Dorothy's real name is not Crane?
Like myself and many people in this area. Dorothea is from occupied Romania. That's all you need to know.
She seems important to the community.
More than you can imagine. The West End does not want to hear of Whitechapel's misery. Dorothea is one of the few doing something about it.
Tell
Tell me everything you know about Camellia, the mute florist.
I do not believe in the afterlife, Doctor, but I'm almost convinced Camellia is an angel. She volunteered to give out our medical leaflets.
Are you not worried for her safety?
She is as brave as she is tough, and clever, too. If only I had met her when I was younger.
Are you in love with Camellia, Mr. Petrescu?
Don't be stupid. If I had met her when I was younger, we could have won our revolution.
Who is she, really? Do you know where she's from?
She's not from around here, that's all we know. Camellia is not even her name. It's her favorite flower.
You say she has no close family?
Well, there's that awful poet who constantly follows her around like a lost puppy. A good man for sure, but a very poor writer.
Did you refuse to publish Richard Nethercott's previous works, Darius?
Yes. His manuscript is as pompous as he is starched. Now there's a man who loves the sound of his own voice.
You could have told him so.
As a great writer recently said, politeness is the most acceptable hypocrisy.
Tell me everything you know about Camellia, the mute
this one. It was just lit up for some reason.
I do not believe in the afterlife, Doctor, but I'm almost convinced Camellia is an angel. She volunteered to give out our medical leaflets.
Yeah.
Do you have any family left, Mr. Petrescu? Children or grandchildren?
Who knows? I have abandoned my people for so long, they might as well be dead. As dead as I am for them, I suppose.
This war won't last forever. Did you ever think of returning to your country now it's free?
No. I have taught strength and determination to my sons and daughters. I'm an old, dying man who only has memories of better times to cherish.
Don't be embarrassed, sir. If you must know, my own father disappeared many years ago, and I forgave him.
It's quite awkward to talk about our families like this, but thank you, Dr. Reed. I appreciate your trust.
How did you meet Nurse Crane, Darius? Why does she trust you?
I'm her oldest friend in England. Dorothea and I share many ideas about this country and about the country we left.
You mean occupied Romania, don't you? Even if not directly, I fought against your enemies.
Really? Then perhaps you have more in common with Dorothea than meets the eye, Dr. Reed.
How is Nurse Crane these days?
I don't know what you told her or what kind of deal you made, but Dorothea seems less anxious recently. Thank you for that, Dr. Reed.
You're welcome.
I know you fought for your country when it was occupied, Darius. Tell me more about it.
I know my days are numbered, and I know I won't see my homeland again. But I fought for Romania all my life, and I will until my last breath.
But Romania escaped the grasp of the Austro-Hungarian Empire. It's a free country again.
But it's not the country I fought for. My homeland is not appeased, Doctor. And I still see a dark future ahead for my people.
Yeah, that was all of them. Okay, let's
Goodbye,
go see
Mr.
Dorothy. See if she has some recipes, because I don't have all the healing stuff. Any goodies? Nope. Alright, I think she's upstairs. Yeah, she's upstairs. heck she go? There she is.
Welcome back, Dr. Reed.
Good evening, nurse. How should I address you? Dorothy? Dorothea? Miss Crane?
Dorothy is all right. If you don't mind me calling you Jonathan.
That's fine with me.
What can I do for you then, Jonathan?
How is the sanitary situation in Whitechapel?
We have a lot of diseases, and not all linked to the epidemic. Maybe you could provide medical help to those in need.
How are things going in the dispensary?
Things are going fine since we made our arrangement.
Do you have many patients?
A few, but most of them just pass through and go back home, especially since those vigilantes stormed the building on the night you were here.
Have there been any more attacks by the uniformed men?
No. It looks like they have found another business to extort.
How are things going in the dispensary?
Things are going fine since we made our arrangement.
I hope you've stopped jeopardizing this facility with your illegal business, Dorothy.
Yes, I have. Most of the time. But the blackmail money is too useful to stop it completely. I just target less dangerous people.
Who is the current victim?
I would rather you did not know. You are my client, not my accomplice. Besides, I'm much more cautious since the first time you found me.
Why did you blackmail Lady Ashbury? She's a generous person. You could have asked her for money directly.
She killed those patients, I'm sure of that. I know you like her, but that gingerhead has a taste for blood.
Yep.
Tell me about yourself, Dorothy.
There is not much to say. My real name is Dorothea Crasciunescu. I was born in Romania, and I may have been the best nurse Pembroke ever had, before you fired me.
Do you regret your time at Pembroke?
I miss the energy. There was so much to do, so much to learn. Even though I was double-crossing the board, I felt I was part of something worthwhile there.
Do you think about going back to Romania once the war is over and the epidemic here has been contained?
Jonathan, this war will be over long before you will see any improvement in Whitechapel's sanitary situation.
Damn.
Do you need medical help, Dorothy?
I'm a professional nurse. Rest assured, I'll ask for your help if I need it.
I'm gonna look real quick. Ah, she's healthy.
Are you not afraid of dying? The epidemic is deadly and very contagious.
I'm more afraid of being locked in a cell. I've seen what most hospitals do to the sick staff. They keep them hidden to avoid panic.
Do you trust me?
You forced me to resign after you caught me trying to save a dying patient. Of course I trust you. You're a blackmailer, just like me.
Okay, let's
Show
trade.
me what you have in stock, please.
Dun dun dun. Oh yeah, what's this? A formula. How much? 25? Yeah, buy it. What's this? Sturdy blood sample. I think those can be analyzed. And the rest of this stuff... Yeah. This is flashing out. It's locked, so it doesn't matter. And this door is locked. At least I got her shillings. Okay. Let's head back out. Wait. Passed something there. Is this the gate that was locked? There we go. Now it's unlocked. And that is the door to Petrescu's. Okay, so Whitechapel. We've got 3 of these places, plus a hideout. Alright, maybe we'll head to the hideout there so that we'll be sure of it saving the game. Is it this way? Someone new? Nope. I hear a baby crying. Okay, this is a hideout that you have to...
It's locked, all right.
not get in that way. Any other doorways? Not there. Not there. Well, that's weird. So it's a hideout that I can't get into. So there was other openings down here, but I don't think so. Nope. Interesting. You're new.
Are you all right?
The bastard hit the wall next to me. I don't even know if he meant to miss.
If you've been hurt, I can help you. I'm a doctor.
Name's Albert. Remember it. Now bugger off.
You're a dick. Is he sick? He is, but I don't have anything for him, so too bad.
What happened? Did you really steal that man's medication?
Hey, I didn't do anything. It ain't me.
Medication and drugs are a rare commodity in East London. So you picked an easy target, didn't you?
Sod off, mister. You ain't got no clue what's going on here. Bastard was a soldier in the war, so now he's got the right to shoot me.
It's true. I'm not familiar with this part of town. Perhaps you could help me.
I said sod off. Go find yourself another guide.
Okay, personal questions. Anything? Nope.
Have you heard anything about Nurse Crane and her dispensary?
Nurse Crane? Yeah, I heard she's doing all right. Connected and protected.
See ya.
Goodbye, young man.
Little grumpy shithead. Okay, which way am I facing? Okay, then we need to go back the other way to get... Is this way going here? Yeah, there we go. Go on down here and take a right. Just want to get to a hideout so we can save. Since it's been a while. Looks like straight on ahead till morning. Is this a gate? Nope. Some imposing music. I knew where the baby was coming from. That's weird. Okay, coming up on the hideout somewhere along here. bad guys right down there. Let's go take them out.
Hey, boys! We've got one of them here!
Loot. Loot. Take a right. Left. Whew. Uh-oh. Why is it loading? Please don't crash. You bastard game. Okay, that's better. There's our room. Do I have to go through the front door to see the loading? Okay. Yeah, there we go. It loaded. Or saved, I mean. Okay, quickly, let's see our new recipes. Sweet! Headache, migraine, and neuralgia. Nice. And a blood sample to check. Ah, level 2 serum. Nice. And stuff to break down, looks like. Nice. Okay, got all of that done. I think we'll take the break there, and then when we come back, we'll either start the 3rd chapter or do, I think we have one final side quest for Pembroke Hospital, so maybe both, who knows. But anyway, thanks for hanging out, and have a good eve.